gossip, fuck around me with the chatting. Do right by my people, so them blessings I'm attracting. Niggas, they be sleep, let them snooze, watch me eat, ayy. Never post a comment, but DM me, you a beast, ayy. Cleveland, that's the city, and the 180 elite. Product of this jungle, I'm a lion off the leash, ayy. Tryna steal the sauce, you just me, on repeat. Claiming that you made me, then gon' show me some receipts. Ball, bitch, I ball like athletes. What you doing now, what you did is obsolete, ayy. Well-rounded with it, your hustle is incomplete. I can get it corporate or go get it out the streets.
What's the word, cuzzos? It's your boy Big Dog, and we back with another one. And as promised, I told y'all if I had got the word that I couldn't stream today because I had to go to my son's school, that I would go ahead and pre-record to make sure that y'all got all the info y'all needed for the day's Dinger Tuesday slate. Right? But first and foremost, I want to shout out yesterday. Shout out everybody who made some money. Massive day. I think it was 32 home runs projected. It ended up being 40. I was getting tagged left and right. So I see that a lot of people was making a lot of money, and that's what I do this for. If you new, because I see every day we get newer people, in the Cuzzo community who want to check out the content. I'm going to let you know right now out the gate, this ain't where you just going to sit around and get plays. This not that. You can go purchase a Discord or literally just sit on Twitter for that. This not that at all. My purpose is to go over the slates, show people how to navigate through Prop Finder, and put you in the best spots. At the end of the day, it's on you to pull the trigger. And I purposely do that because I know what works, but that might not be everybody's gambling style. So I'm going to always say, run your straights, run a couple home runs straight, or run a 3-leg parlay and round robin it. Everybody don't do those things. So it's pointless for me to just give you the play. I'd rather just point you in the right direction, take your notes, write down the people that we seeing, and you make the decision on who you like the most and how you want to run it. So I just want to put that out there because I get a lot. Like, especially when people tag me, they be like, did you post this play? No, that's a play that they came up with theirself from the content of these streams and these live, in these pre-recorded VODs. So I just want to throw that out there. If you're looking for like a play, you're in the wrong place. If you want to learn how to fish and hunt for your own plays, perfect place to be. So before we get started, man, hit that like, turn those noties on, subscribe for future videos. I go live Monday through Friday on Twitch. Every live stream, Monday through Friday, after the stream end, it's brought over here to YouTube. On weekends, when I don't stream, I just pre-record. So basically 7 days a week, you're getting a YouTube video. So turn those, definitely hit that bell to make sure that you can get those videos the second that they upload. All right, let's get right into this. All right, so start with I always start every video with projecteds. So we got 36 projected today, which it's even more than yesterday. Yesterday was 31 projected. We end up having 40. Today is 36 projected, and we hopefully can get up to 40 again. But even with that being said, it's a projection. That is the key word that I think a lot of people misinterpret. Projected. That's it. A number, like a guess that they think, well, I ain't gonna say a guess, but a number that they feel like it should be close to. Right. We got a full 15-game slate. If you've never seen this before, it's telling you basically where they projecting these 36 homers to come from. The darker the green, the better. So they got 3.5 homers coming in the Detroit Athletics game, 3 in Washington Yankees, so forth and so on. To the right, you can see the specific teams. So these are where they projecting in those games the homers to come from. So you can screenshot this. I always put this up on the stream, screenshot it, use it for your notes. When we go through and we get to finding players, it's on you to try to figure out how to not be overwhelmed. And out of those players that we named on in the video, who do you want to pull the trigger on? And these are like helping points where it's like, okay, I got players in each game, but such and such game was projected to have a lot. So kind of let me zone in on that game, if that makes sense. Another thing that we always show every video is this. This is home run boost. Now, this is the weather and the stadium combined. Some stadiums are more home run friendly than others by the way that the park structure is set up, the architecture of the park. Of course, wind, weather, temperatures, pressure, humidity, all that plays a factor as well. So this is using all of that and giving you like a home run boost to certain games. So like the Detroit Athletics game got a plus 35% boost. That's from the park. You can see winds are going up. So that means wind going out, you see 2 lines. So 2 lines, if I'm not mistaken, is double digit. 2 lines, yep, 10 to 14 miles per hour. So you're getting double digit winds going out. Hot weather, and then a green P mean low pressure, which is better. You like high humidity, but you want low pressure. Remember that. All right, so let me make it to where you can screenshot it. Let me see. That's all 15 games right there. So you can screenshot that. Again, make it easier on yourself. Home runs is not easy, so make it easier on yourself. Use every advantage you can. Which parks is the best ones to go attack? Where's the weather benefiting you? Things of that nature. That's what these are. They're just kind of like guides to help you figure out when you seeing a bunch of names, which ones you want to kind of zone in on more than you would others. All right, so all right, let's get into this slate. This is propfinder.app if you new. Everything I'm affiliated with is in the description. Code Cuzzo for everything that I'm affiliated with. Get you a discount on sign up. I always start here. Most home runs versus starting pitchers. So on today's slate, Nick got the most. He got 3 versus Sean Manaea in 19 at bats, and it always line shop for you on this and tell you where the best line is currently at, which book and what's the odds. Judge, Suarez, Ozuna, Acuna Jr., and Albies. All 5 of those players have 2 homers against the pitcher they're going against. And then you got a whole bunch of people with 1. So if you big on pitcher versus batter history, you can always utilize that on this left side of the screen. This is literally going to MLB cheat sheets, and then you're going to get all of these. And this is always most home runs versus pitcher, most extra base versus pitcher. So anything that's a double, triple, or homer is considered an extra base hit. It's telling you where who got the most, how many at bats, and exactly what it is they got. 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 doubles, 1 triple, 2 homers for Acuna against Sandy Alcantara, if that's how you say it. But let's get into this. Okay, so we got Red Sox Orioles. That was a good game yesterday. You got 75 degrees. Again, if you don't know or you newer to baseball, the higher the weather, the better for you. The higher the weather, the better for carry. So it'll help carry the ball further than it would have been if it was cold. Simple as that. We kind of got the same situation as yesterday, just a little less wind. But this is why this is one of my favorite games from yesterday. It's good weather, so you got good carry. If you don't know, Camden Yards, which is Baltimore's home ballpark, is the #1 park for left-hand batters. They have a short right porch, so left-hand batters, it's like homers just come. Here and in Philadelphia, in Citizens Bank, both of those parks are #1 and #2 to lefties. Same situation how I attacked it yesterday. So it's all the park itself is already #1 to left-hand batters. And then the wind is going to right field. So the park itself is good for lefties. And then the wind is going that same direction, which is going to help lefties even more. Shout out Roman, Anthony, shout out what's his name? Cowser. Those were my favorite 2 yesterday, and they both went yard their first at bat. But that's what I'm attacking. It's good to know your parks, and it's good to pay attention to the way that the wind and the wind is blowing. So, like I said, the park itself favors lefties. Then you got the wind going in right field as well. So everything favors lefties in this game. So you got Lucas Giolito. What he's giving up: 16 homers, 8 to lefties, 8 to righties. Home run per 9. This is like an average, basically from the amount of homers he's giving up to that hand on the innings pitch divided. So we'll give you an average. So on average, he's giving up about a homer a game to both hands. 13% barrel to lefties, 7% to righties. You always want to attack high barrel, especially that 10% threshold or higher. You always want to try to attack those players. That's where they're giving up the most, the best quality hits at. Because the barrel is the perfect exit velocity with the perfect launch angle. So knowing that, you always want to try to attack the hand that they give up the highest barrel to, especially if it's well over 10%, like he is to lefties. Kyle Bradish, I'm assuming this is his first game pitching this year or ever. I'm not sure who he is because he don't have no splits. So you got to just attack that just knowing he a righty. All right, let's start over here. Start at the top. Let me see. Batter versus pitcher. I always look at just to make sure nobody in this game has a homer against this pitcher. He's a righty, so you can see here, like when you go to versus right-hand pitchers, this is giving you every batter stats this season, how they hitting. And like Gunner, who I'm on, right? No, I'm on Jackson. You can see like a Gunner. He's hitting righties well all season. 300 batting average, 550 slug with a 230 ISO. So he's hitting them with good discipline and with power, which is slug and ISO metrics. Those are how you can gauge power. So Jackson Holiday, let's see. I always like to see what they're dealing. Now he throwing a 52% four seam. So you automatically want to isolate a pitch that's that heavily thrown. So last 10, 91, 30% fly, 40 hard hit. See, 60, 60, 96. Jackson Holiday, and he a lefty too, so this gonna work in his favor. I like Jackson Holiday. Four seams. 97 exit velo, 20 barrel, 30 ground, 20 home run to fly ball ratio, 70 hard hit. Last five, let me see, 40, 20, 40, 20, 60, 97, 20. I like Gunner today. What is he at? Plus 350. So you got Holiday, Gunner. Where's this homers coming from? Just eliminate. I leave those 290, 10. A lot of ground balls. Never mind. Cowser. 93, 20. 94, 40 over 5. 40% fly, 20, 60 over 10, 30, 10, 60. Cowser can go again. He cooking too. 3 out of his last 4 games, he got a home run. Back at home again. So he back in a park that favors his hand. Just like yesterday. Win, going to right field, just like yesterday. Why not? Why not? So you got Holiday, Henderson, Cowser, all lefties that's got the power and the fly ball to go yard. 93 exit velo, 60, 10, 40, 40, 20, 40. Let's see if we can find something better than that. He don't throw a dominant four seam to righties. You can see it's a slider right with it. So it's really just the lefties that he just hammered four seams to. The righties is more even kill. 30, 20, 60, 20, 40. 40% barrel last 5. 60, 20, 40. 30, 10, 20. What is this? Another righty. 91, 20 over 10 at bats. 50% fly. 20, 40. Good money to me. He don't got a line though, so you got to wait to see if they end up putting him in the game later. But I definitely like his metrics though. Got power, got barrel, a lot of fly balls, and a good home run to fly ball ratio. So if he can hit fly balls, 1 out of 5 leaving the park, 20%. Another 93, 10. Separate the two. Okay. Some Vasquez. Beaver. We're going to see four seams. Nothing there. 98, 14. 42% line drive. 57. 40, 40, 20, 40. He in a crazy spot. 95, 20. Last 5, 40, 40. What's his line? 440? What is he, a lefty? You got to watch him. He might be in a sneaky spot. 95, 33. Everything 33, 67%. But he only got 3 at bats, so you got to kind of take that with a grain of salt. But he's a lefty. And on his 6 at bats, again, over here I'm looking at, on his 6 at bats, he got damn near a 700 slug with a 500 ISO. Now, even though he only got the 1 homer, again, this is letting you know he hit them with power, which we can clearly see here. So he might be in a sneaky spot. So I'm going to go out on the limb and use him as the long shot. I called Jacob Young first homer yesterday. We gonna this won't be his first, but I think he can make some shake. He's showing me even with this only being 3 at bats against the 4 seam, 6 at bats is a small sample size, but you are hitting them with power. So you got Jackson Holiday, Gunnar Henderson, Cowser, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and use this Vermeil matching at plus 900 as a long shot. All lefties, and that's good to know too, though. Not only do the Park favor lefties, that is Giolito weaker side. A little higher home run per 9, higher barrel, higher hard hit, and higher fly balls. So all 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, and what? Yep, all 4 of them are lefties, so that's even better. All right, so this is first time pitching this year, so they don't got no pitch mix or nothing. So it's just basically we just looking at versus righties. Duran got a homer against them. Connor Wong got a home run against them. So all we really looking at here is basically how they looking against righties. Ain't no specific pitchers or anything since they don't got his pitch mix for this season. 85-10. He went yard yesterday too. That's crazy. 96-10. 30, 20, 40, 50. 40, 40. Roman Anthony been balling. 40%, 20-80. Last 5, 40, 20-80 still. So Roman can go again. I was just telling my homie, I said I would not be surprised with the power Roman been hitting with. Like, look at all this bright green right here. I just told my homie, with the power he been hitting with, I won't be surprised, especially in the park that's the number 1 park to his hand. I would not be surprised if he get a homer every game this series. Wouldn't surprise me at all. So Roman Anthony, again, 99-40 is insane power. With the fly ball, good home run to fly ball ratio, and consistently can hit the ball. This over 10 at-bats. So 8 out of 10 is coming off the bat 95 or faster. 95 miles an hour or harder off the bat. So I tell y'all all the time, don't overthink it. For me, the recipe is simple. It's super simple. A high fly ball percentage and a high hard hit percentage, where it's gonna make your average be like 95 or higher. You give me a 95 or higher exit velocity and you hit a 40, 50, 60% fly ball, that's all I'm looking for. Then I would decide which ones is the best to pull the trigger on, by which parks are in favor of this person's hand, or if the pitcher has a weakness, or it's the weather and wind in his favor. That's how I'll decide. But as far as like picking them, it's super simple. If you be in stream every day, you know that. Give me a high exit velocity that you hit consistent and a lot of fly balls, and we good money every time. The 2 recipes, a lot of fly balls and consistently can hit the ball over 95 off the bat, which is your hard hit percentage. But damn, that's all I like. But I'm not mad at that. Like, I mean, I probably wouldn't go too deep into it anyway, not having no data this year on Kyle Bradish. Right? So not having too much data, it ain't really with so much going on. Or that I can like really gauge off. So I'm not mad that it's only one person that I've seen over there that I liked. That's strictly off looking at versus righties this season. They last 10 and 5 at bats. I don't have no other. We don't got a specific pitch mix on them. He don't have no splits to see a weaker side. So at that point, I probably would, like I said, it's a full slate. All 30 teams are playing. There's no need in forcing anything. Braves and Marlins, roof closed, so none of these weather, nothing matters over here. The temperature, the precipitation, or the wind. You got Hurston, Waldrop, more so newer, 24 innings pitched, but he haven't given up any homers yet. Do that mean he can't? No, it's too small of a sample size to gauge what he can do. But I see he's 6 innings pitched, so I don't know. He got a couple games under his belt, and he ain't gave up a homer yet. But the first thing that I noticed about him that will probably make me fade him once I'm done and I'm figuring out which pitchers to attack, fly ball percentage. Just like we like a high fly ball percentage for the batters, you want the same for pitchers. You don't just want the batter to hit fly balls. You want to target pitchers that give up a lot of fly balls. He don't. That's why you don't see these green. Like, I ain't seen a green one yet, but you'll know. When they get up in like that 30%, fly ball percent will turn green. He has a low fly ball percent, so that kind of makes sense why he hasn't given up no homers in his 24 innings pitched with low barrels, because he's not giving up the fly ball. Up against Sandy, who's giving up 16, 8 to lefties, 8 to righties. That's about a homer a hand. 8% barrel to lefties, 10% barrel to righties. He give up the hard hit, and he right there at the threshold. He give up way more fly balls than Hurston. So you keep that in mind when you gauging who you want to pull the trigger on. No homers versus pitcher. All right, let me see. What we dealing with? Any dominance? Let me look at it up here. What you giving up home? Oh, you ain't giving up no homers. I'm tripping. 17, 35, 25, 12. 94 exit velo, all ground balls. Sheesh. 95-40 Wagaman. He a day late. He was in a great spot yesterday, didn't go yards, so I would not be surprised if he do it today. Got the fly ball percentage, got a 10% home run to fly ball ratio, consistently 70%, 7 out of every 10 coming off his bat, 95 or higher. That's all I asked for. And he got a 95 average with a 40% barrel. So again, Wagaman is a day late. I would not be surprised if today he goes, since he didn't yesterday, because he looked at just like this yesterday. And you know how I go. If you know with this day lates. The day you lay off is the day they go yard. 94 exit velo, 50% fly, 50 hard hit. 60-60. Okay, I like this. 94 exit velo, 95 last 5. Both come with a lot of fly balls and, again, consistent hard hits, which I don't have to look here to know that it's consistently 95 or more when you average the 94, 95 range. Clearly, you getting the exit velocity. So I like Jacob Marcy at plus 850, so we're going to consider this a long shot. Got Wagaman and Marcy. 94 exit. Hold on, put on 10. That changed everything. That's fine. Shout out to Costa. 1 yard yesterday. Right here. Piss missile. Thank God he came through for us. He another one that's nobody really paying attention to. He got 3 homers in his last 4 games. And they got him at plus 900 again, and he in the same position as yesterday. 100 exit velo, high barrel, ground ball 33%, 17% home run to fly ball. Everything come off the bat 95 or higher. He do got a 50% ground ball, but again, he got a 30% what's the name? Now, if you go to last 5, 40, 40, 20, 20, 100. So it evens out more. So I like Maximo again. So we got Wagaman, and then we got 2 long shots with Marcy and Acosta going back to back. The power is insane. So yep, you got 2. Like I said, you got a righty and 2 lefties that you can take in this game. Just be mindful. He haven't given up no homers. He don't give up fly balls. Sandy, let me see what we got going on over her. Let me see if anybody got home. Well, I know Albies got 2 against him. Michael Harris got 1. Azuna got 2. Acuna got 2. Fraley got 1. So they've seen this pitcher enough clearly, like, to where in their careers that they see him well. All right, let's start up top. Osen. Anything need to be isolated? Nope. Okay. Man, I can't stop yawning. Oh, man. All right, Michael Harris, 93-20 over his last 10 at-bats. Ooh, a lot of ground balls. Last 5, 60% ground balls. So he hitting a lot of ground balls. The power there, when I see a lot of ground balls, that's when I pivot over to total bases or some along those lines. High ground ball, total bases I take. High line drive is when I take doubles. So the power there. But if you're not hitting the fly ball consistent, um, it's pointless. You know what I'm saying? Hitting 100-mile-an-hour ground balls like can't go over the fence. No, righties. I'm saying. '96 exit velo. A lot of a lot of ground balls. A whole lot of ground balls. 80%. Damn. Cool. Where am I? White. Eli White. Okay, Profar. 90-20. 30-20, 50-60. 20-20, 60. So he got a lot. This is what I was talking about, like a high line drive, last 10 and last 5. So these type of players, when I see you got the power, but you got a higher line drive than most, that's when I'm looking at doubles. To shoot it in the gap, get to second base off that original hit. That's how I gauge who I take for doubles. Just people with power like a homer, but they got a super high line drive. That's the only difference. Did I like anybody? Is Sean Murphy back? I don't know if he back. Let me see. 20% barrel. He hit fly ball. I'm looking at, but oh damn, I ain't see this. I'm literally just clicking through and I'm seeing who got over a 30% fly ball. Eli White. But then he don't got the hard hits. Look at this exit velo. I thought I was tripping. I had to come back through here and just get the going through people's, like looking through these damn. Let me see. 40, 20, 20, 40. 40, 20, 20, 40. 75 exit velo. No, sir. I thought I was tripping. I had to come back and make sure I wasn't tripping that nobody was hitting fly balls. Wow. Against Sandy too. I'm not forcing it. I'm not sure if it's something, drop it in the comments, anything you like that you end up running. Talk to me. I respond. I read every comment on YouTube. I respond to every comment. So if it's something that y'all seen when y'all go through this and like, let me know what y'all seen and why, and what made you do it. Because the one thing is like all his pitches are damn near in the same percentile, like percent, I mean. So it's nothing to isolate. All the pitches are in the same percent. That's why I didn't isolate no pitches. So it's not even nothing I can look at. And then when you look here, he's giving up homers to all the pitches. So it's like, why would I isolate any of them? Nothing is like over 50%. Nothing is over 20% higher than the next pitch thrown. Right? So it's nothing to isolate. I didn't like nothing in that game. I haven't seen that in a while. Or on that team, not that game. Rays Guardians. You got a couple things going on here. You got low weather, chance of delay, and then you got winds coming in. It looked like I don't know if that's like low right field but it looked like it's coming in. Shane Bass, 26 homers, 9 to lefties, 17 to righties. So y'all know the triple things, the three things I'm looking at when I'm gauging at a pitcher I want to target, and he have them all. Do the pitcher has the pitcher given up 20 homers or more for the season? For him, yes. Do the pitcher give up 2 or more home runs per 9 to a specific hand? 1.9. Yes, you can round that up to 2. Do the pitcher give up a 10% barrel or higher to any hand? 14% to righties. Yes, so he's checked off the home runs for the season. He's checked off the home runs per 9 to a hand. He's checked off the barrel percent to a hand. These are the kind of pitchers that I target. Up against Parker Messick, I see he another newer pitcher with only 6 innings pitched so far, no homers. So you gotta, take that with a grain of salt. He don't got many reps, so you don't really have nothing to go off of. All right, batter versus pitcher. None of them have seen Shane in their careers. Stephen Kwan, what we looking like? Okay, so you got a 41%, 42% four seam to lefties. Good. It's crazy how bad Jose done looked these last couple days. What the hell? All y'all lefties about to get all four seams. So you got a 90 exit Zardo. 9110. 50%, 40. 60, 20, 60. The world infamous 60, 20, 60. Go ahead, admin Zardo. You actually was hitting this? Oh, yep, it's the cutter. But, let me see. Hold on. Before I do that, four seam knuckle cutter. You throw all of them. But he definitely, let me see. 60% line drive, 60 hard hit, last 5, 40, 40. See, this is something I would entertain for a double. Kept the line drive, no fly balls, even going back 10 at bats against those pitches. Gabriel is somebody who I would target, especially in these last 5 where the line drive is going up. He's somebody I'm targeting for a double. I would target, I mean. $94.20 for Nolan Jones. High fly ball, 40% hard hit. 40% 20. What's his line? He don't have any line. Watch Nolan Jones. All y'all lefties. 93.10. 30% fly, 50 hard hit. Bo Naylor at 525. I like Bo. So far we like Manzardo, Bo. Watch Nolan Jones. Watch him. He got power and he hit fly balls against that four seam. $96.10 for Brian. 30% fly, 70 hard hit. See, he another one. This is a long shot. He don't got a lineup, but I can guarantee you he's going to be like around plus 1,000. He always is, even when we caught him. So you can add him as a long shot. He hasn't played. I don't know why they keep showing him. All right, so Manzardo, Bo Naylor, they both look terrible too, unless they get that 4 seed, which is crazy. But that's what he throw the most to them. 20% over the next pitch. So they're going to see it. They're going to see the 4 seam a whole lot. So you got Manzardo, you got Bo, and then you got a long shot in Riccio. He don't got a lineup right now, but if he play, his line gonna be around plus 900 to 1,100. It's that every single day. So he's the long shot, and I think all 3 of them are lefties. Yep, all 3 are lefties. We don't even have a lot of righties, as in me as a Guardians fan, to where who could have took really advantage of this 14% barrel that he give up to righties. For those who be saying, I always got to point this out because I tell y'all all the time, I don't know where this started or where the logic came, where you see a person in a good spot again and your mind veers off and say, I'm not going to play him because he went yard yesterday. What? So I always point this out when I see it to try to help those people get out of that. Not only do we got a home run in 3 games, he got 4 homers in 3 games. Let that sink in for those who think that, oh, he went yard yesterday. I'm gonna lay off today. Shit, last time he hit some homers, it was back-to-backs. But like I said, not only do he got 3 homers, not only has he homered 3 straight games, he has 4 homers in 3 games. We seen this a month or 2 ago with Stowers, who had 5 homers in 2 games. Let that sink in. Not only did he go back-to-back games, he had back-to-back multiple homer games. 3 homers the first day. The very next day, he come back with 2. 5 homers in 2 days. Please get that out y'all head for the ones who think like that, where that's the first place your mind go is he homered yesterday. That ain't even enough time for you to even try to preach the regression route. Ride the hot bat. If a person is hitting the pitch very well and they're seeing it well in the now, and they're going to see it again today from the same side of the plate, from the same hand pitcher, what's different? What's different? There's no difference. So I just want to point that out. I didn't even know that he had 4 homers in 3 days. So yeah, that's a good sign for sure. He's in a zone. You ride those zones if they're in a good spot again. Like this, Junior Caminero, 95 exit velo, 40% barrel over his last 10 at-bats. He going heavy 4 seam. The power went up. 95 now with the 40% barrel. Look at all this bright green over here. He's seeing the four seam from left-hand pitchers very well. Simple as that. You see all this bright green. You see a 95 exit velo average, a 40% barrel average. He's seeing the four seam from lefties well. Why would you go away from that? Because he hit a homer yesterday. High fly ball, elite level home run to fly ball. 1 out of every 3 fly balls he hitting. 1 out of every 3, fly balls he hitting from the four seam is leaving the park. That's what that 30% mean. It's a ratio. 1 out of every 3, 60% hard hit. You go to his last 5, his fly ball went up, his home run to fly ball percent went up, got even more elite. His hard hit percent went up. That's somebody in the zone. So you don't stay away from them. Look, in his last 5, 105.60. This is insane metrics and power. 95.40 over 10, last 5, 105.60. That's insane. With the fly ball to go with it. And the home run to fly ball ratio. So that's letting you know it ain't too many fly balls he hit that result into outs. He can hit fly balls more often than not. He's going to go yard. You getting him at plus 350. Let me see. Andy. 98 exit velo against both pitches, against the four seam, 93-10, 50%, 20-30, last 10, 40-40-20. This 40% home run to fly ball, I'm telling you, once you get to that 30% or getting higher, that's when you know you got the right spots. Because there's nothing worse than watching your person hit a bunch of flyouts. So you like to see people who got a decent home run to fly ball ratio. Because it lets you know that their fly balls results into home runs. So, the power, 94 at 460. Andy could possibly go yard again. Sinker slider, same percent. And won't. All right, so he's throwing a sinker slider to lefties. You're going to get the four seam righty. Jinx. Christopher, 96-20 over 10 at-bats. 60% fly, 20 home run to fly ball. So the 60-20-60 for sure. With it, like I said, a 96 exit velo, 20% barrel at plus 475. So it looked like the righties should have a party this game. I like him as well. What was his line? My bad. 475. Fiducia, Gray. You only got 2 at-bats. That ain't enough. Seymour, 1 at-bat. Oh, this was that 10 when I got down here. Whoa. $99.33. 67 fly ball, 67 hard hit. Okay, so I don't know who Everson Perret that name is. He's definitely our long shot at plus 800. I ain't even about to attempt that last name. So you got Caminero, Yandy, Morel, like all 3 lefties. And then, he a lefty as well, my bad. And then the long shot is at plus 800, Everson. Crazy power, crazy barrel, crazy fly ball percent, especially when you're isolating this four seam. Even though it's a small sample size, I mean, shit, it's a long shot. So I'm not really, oh my God, I don't need much if it's a long shot anyway. I see you got hella power and you hit a lot of fly balls. Simple as that. So plus 800, that's look like good money to me. Nationals, Yankees. So you got 70-degree weather that's going to help carry the ball further. You got winds going out to like right center. So that's going to help favor those lefties with pull percentages. You got over 8.5. That's a good total. I don't think I even said the totals for over here. You got over 8 for Braves, Marlins, and over 9 for Red Sox, Orioles. Why do I, and 7.5 for Rays, Guardians? If you're newer, I always tell people when I first get up, the first thing I do is I go on FanDuel or any of my sites where I can line shop. And I basically go look at the whole slate and I look at every game total runs. Where do the books see these games going? You know, they're pretty good at their job. So I always look and see the games that have high totals. And those are another thing that I gauge and I make a mental note or may write down for later on when I find players. I want to target the games with that's supposed to be high scoring games. So again, I'm trying to always find ways to make it easier on myself. So shout out to Prop Finder for adding that feature so I can kind of gauge which game should be high scoring looking at the totals, right? Those are the games that I want to target. This game is over 8.5. So you got Mackenzie Gore, 19 homers, 5 to lefties, 14 to righties. He giving up about a homer a game to both hands. Now, you definitely target him because he give up that 10% barrel to both hands. You see green everywhere. A lot of hard hits. More importantly, he give up a whole lot of fly balls. That's the most thing that I like the most. That in the barrel percentage, you give up a lot of fly balls. Always target heavy fly ball pitchers. Always. All right, so let's see. Batter versus pitcher. So Aaron Judge has 2 against him. Ryan McMahon has 1. And Jazz has 1. Those are the 3 players that have a homer against McKenzie. First lefties, let's start up here with Cody Bellinger. What do you got going on? 4 seams and sliders, 91-10, 50-10, 30, 40-20, 40-40. Let me see what they look like here. All right. Okay. He fastball dominant to righties. So you see that took his power up to 96 with a 10% barrel, 40 fly, 60 hard hit. Last 5, 40, 60. I'm gonna take this I'm gonna put him on here as a long shot. We ain't used Volpe in a long time. Got the power, got fly balls. So we're gonna use Volpe at 700. 103. Look at all this shit. Don't make no sense for Aaron Judge. 70% fly, 80 hard hit. Insane. With a 103 exit velo, 60 barrel. And that's over 10 at-bats. Shit, for the season, he got a 101 exit velo and a 41% barrel to the 4-seam from lefties. And you're getting them at plus 200 odds. So Aaron Judge might go yard. I feel like he's super due as well. So he fuck around and go for 2. Who knows? Oh, shit. Keep this main, too. I'm sorry. 94-10. 40-10, 70, 40, 80. And McMahon don't have no line. $96.20 over 10 at-bats, 40% fly, 60 hard hit, last 5, 60, 20, 60. Add Paulie. He's super overdue. So we got what? Volpe, Judge, Paulie. 20% barrel, a lot of ground balls. 92 exit velo, 40-60, 50-50, 93. No line for Ben Rice. All right, they might go all righties. Or I'll say majority. $92.10 over his last 10 for Caballero. A lot of line drives. Last 5. Yeah, he got a lot of line drives. So when you see that high line drive like that with some power, double. Simple. Super simple. When they got the power that you feel like can go yard, but they're more of a line drive shooter than a fly ball, take the double or the 2 total bases. He better not throw no 4-seam to tight belt. 93-29 exit, 93 exit velo, 29% barrel over his last 10 from lefties who throw 4-seams. Last 5, 95-40. 80% fly, elite level home run to fly ball ratio with a 60% hard hit. I mean, just look at these back-to-back at bat bright greens. These are well hit baseballs on back-to-backs up against lefties with 4-seams. 103 to piss missile. You know what I'm saying? Another one that should have been gone. Another one like he just like out there smashing shit. So Ty Bill definitely should go yard today. He took a day off yesterday. He should be rejuvenated. You know what I'm saying? He should be good. Extra belt loop added. Yeah. He's going yard today. So it looked like the righty's going to have a field day with Mackenzie Gore in this game, throwing this heavy four seam to all of them, and a lot of them is hitting it very well. So, yeah, so you got Volpe as a long shot. What was Paul line? 425. So you got Volpe, Judge, Paul, Stanton. All righties. Every single one of them. If you want one of the chalkier plays, of course, you want to go Giancarlo Stanton or Aaron Judge. The Volpe was the long shot. And then you got Paul at 425-ish. He right in the middle of the pack. All right, let's see. Luis Gil. Hold on, I don't even know if I see. Let me see what he giving up. He's just about. I think it's about he about a couple starts in now, giving up one homer since he's been back. So not much, but he about 3 or 4 starts in, so it's enough. So no homers against him. First righties, where we going? Let's see. James Wood. Anything dominant? Yep, 4 seams. 94-20 for James Wood. 50-30, 20-10, 50. Let's see if we can separate this. Okay, yep. So, yeah, so James Wood, it's been the same thing with me for a while now. Even outside of this one game that he actually went yard, which he actually had a fly ball percent. But lately, like over 10, that's better. He got a 30%, but he got like a higher ground ball. When you go to like last 5, 60%. So he been hitting a lot of ground balls and like doubles and shit like that. But that's been about it for real. He been super mid. I ain't gonna say mid because people think that just a homer or nothing. I ain't gonna say that, but he haven't been hitting as many homers since the All-Star break. 94-10. Double. Look. 94 exit velo, 10% barrel. He got the power. That ain't no issue. Hella line drives. That's a double prop. $93.20. 30% fly, 80 hard hit, last 5. 40, 60. Shit, wrong way. 30, 40, 80. What do we do here? 580. I'm going to add him. We're going to add Garcia Jr. We're going to add Garcia Jr. A lot of ground balls, Bill. Shout out to the kid, man. Came through and clutched up for everybody yesterday. First homer. Hey, when the read makes sense, it don't matter. I guess I no point in isolating here. 90 exit velo, 30 50, 60 40. Don't look as good today as he did yesterday. Man. 40% fly, 40 hard hit. Last 10, last 5, 40%, 60. You can add, with a 97 exit velo, you can add Dalen Lyle at Shoreline. Plus 600. So what we got? Garcia Jr., Lyle. Let's see what else we can get out of here. Oh, no point. They're all around the same. 90-20, 30, 40. Shit, wrong way. 40, 20, 60. So I like this Dylan Cruz at 700. Dylan, whatever you. I like that. I liked it a lot. House. So 20% barrel. What else? Oh, 96-20. 40% fly, 10, 50. 60, 20, 20, 40. What is your line, sir? I want to see. 800. They all just keep going up. Every single one of them. They just keep going up. So Garcia, D-Lau, Cruz, and Hassel all are in good spots. And I want to say, hold on, nope. Lefty, righty, lefty, left. So 3 lefties and a righty up against Gil. You got that look like they in decent spots. I seen a couple spots like Wood. I probably take for a couple total bases. He had power, just a lot of ground balls. Abram I like for the double. Hella power with a 60-70% line drive percent. He could shoot in the gap. So it's some spots for sure. Just make sure you're doing your part and you watering down to like total bases, hit run RBIs on some plays. It's not just all homers or nothing. That would never, ever, ever work, especially with a lot of people not playing straights. Like home run parlays, if that's all you play, it ain't gonna work that way. You're gonna have to try to incorporate a couple solos, or if you want to parlay, water them down to total bases, hit run RBIs, so forth and so on. Twins, Blue Jays. We got a roof, so no weather conditions matter. We got Bailey Ober, who's giving up 25 homers. You target that for sure. 16 to lefties, 9 to righties. He's giving up 2.5 homers per 9, damn near a game on average to lefties. 10% barrel to lefties, 13% barrel to righties. Fly ball pitcher up against Chris Bassett. 21 homers, 13 to lefties, 18 to righties. About a homer and a half, about a homer to both hands. Let's say that. What we got here? Batter versus pitcher. Clement got a homer against him. Barger got a homer against him. That's it. A lot of ground balls there, buddy. People be giving up homers to everything. So, and what's the sweeper percent? 16. I'll leave it 94-10. A lot of ground balls last 10. No fly balls last 5. So, with that power though, that don't mean don't take him for something. I mean, you can see versus righties, he got a 300 batting average on the year, 500 slug, 200 ISO. He hit righties well. So there's a million different ways you could play that to figure out a prop for him. 90, look at this. 95 exit velo, perfect. 80% line drive. That is a double. That's a double prop that you look more into if you want to pull the trigger on some doubles. Man, I cannot stop yarning. All right, 99-20. Wow, 60% ground ball, 30% line drive. Last 5, 80% ground ball. No fly ball, no line drive against these pitches. Sheesh. Shout out Kurt, coin respecter. 97, 30% barrel, 50%, 20-70. Last 5, 60, 20, 100. He looked like he can go again today. 102.40 over his last 5 at bats on average. With a, 60% fly ball, 20% home run to fly ball ratio, 100% hard hit. All 5 of his last 5 at bats is over 95 exit velocity, which you can see right here for yourself. All damn near until you get to that 5th one, all over 100. And he's hitting fly balls to go with it. Yep. Give me power, give me fly balls, and we good. So he can go back to back, y'all. Don't be surprised if he do. $60, 10, 30. Nathan, let me see. He surprised me yesterday. I didn't expect him to go. I ain't gonna lie. 88, 10, 60, 30, 40, 40, 20, 40. That shit was higher though. Wish it was higher. 91, 10. A lot of fly balls. Good home run to fly ball. 30% hard hit. And of course, Miles Straw has no line. 20% barrel. 30, 10, 40. Nope. $95, 20. 40, 10, 30. 40-20-40. I like this Snyder. No line, though. I do like Snyder. Nothing. I was trying to see if we can get something to shake. All right, so Alejandro Kurt. Varsho, if he ended up playing, that's a long shot. Wasn't it? I mean, Straw. Straw is the long shot if he play. Was that it? Oh, and David Snyder. So David Snyder, what's his name? Miles Straw, Alejandro Kurt is the best spots that I've seen, especially this. He's the best spots that I've seen that could possibly go yard today against what they're seeing today being pitched from Bailey Ober, who is very home run vulnerable. And look, he give up the higher barrel to righties, the higher hard hit percentage, and everything else basically around the same. So, yeah, Bailey Ober definitely gives up homers. All right, Chris Bassett. Let's see what we got going here. Batter versus pitcher. Warner, the only one that has a homer against him. So, let's see. Versus lefties, anything dominant for real? 90-10, 30-30. Brooks Lee. 91 exit velo, 40-10, 40. 42. A little better than that. Now, what about righties? Damn, hella sinkers. Hella sinkers to righties. 92-10. 40. And no hard hits there. What the hell? 95-20. High fly ball, elite home run to fly ball, high hard hit. Matt Warner went, look, another one, y'all, 3 in 2 days. He can definitely go yard again today. And he already on 3 at-bats, y'all. He 3 for 3 against this pitcher with a 2,000 slug, 1,000 ISO with a homer. So he definitely, have seen him well all 3 times he's seen him. So Matt Warner is definitely in a prime spot to go yard again. Make it 4 days. Fuck it. 98-10 for Royce Lewis. A lot of ground balls. Consistent hard hits for sure. You go to last 5, it kind of evens out a little more. I think to be safe, but when I got to sit there and try to figure that out, I'd rather just take his total bases and call it a day. Last 5, he had more fly balls. Last 10, which is a bigger, more accurate sample size, he didn't. So the power stayed regardless on both. When I got to overthink it like that again, I'd rather just take the total bases. $92.20, 30%. I'm telling y'all, he went to the fence yesterday. Julian is due. And I'm going to keep saying his name. So he don't ever have no line, but watch. He's due. Watch Julian go. And today might be the day. So we got Warner. I'm going to throw Julian on there. $93.10, 30, 50. Come up to 5, 40, 80. James Outman, a long shot at 950. I'm not going to be surprised. I think Julian is too. But we got one that got a line. Outman, for sure. Love the Outman. 95, 60, 30 for Gasper. Last 5, 80, 20. Now, the thing with this dude is he hitting a lot of, he got the fly ball, but he just don't consistently hit the ball over 90, with a lot of power. That's tough. $50's 37.5. Oh no. Yep, Matt Warner is the clear favorite. And then it's all lefties that I like on this game. Julian is gonna go yard soon. Trust. And then Outman. Another one that's been in this bag. 100 exit velo, 20% barrel. His last 5, all lefties. Is that what's the weaker side? And okay, even better. That's the weak side of his for Chris Bassett. About a homer and a half, a little higher barrel, a little higher hard hit. So it's all like a higher fly ball. So it's all like in the same ballpark. But we know we on the right track with those 3 lefties. All right, so Phillies Mets, what we got? 70 degrees, wind going to right field. So that's gonna favor lefties. You got some decent weather for Carey. We got Luzardo, who's giving up 14 homers. All 14 homers are the right-hand batters against Shine Manaea, who's giving up 6 homers as well, all the righties. So you got 2 left-hand pitchers who haven't given up a homer to a left-hand batter all season. Luzardo's giving up about 1 a game with a 7% barrel to righties. Shine is giving up 6. He's giving up damn near 2 homers a game to right-hand batters with a 9% barrel. So you can see out of the 2 pitchers, righties do more damage to Sean Manaea than they do to Jesus Luzardo. So you want to target righties. That don't mean you won't find a lefty. You know, you come across some elite lefties who hit lefties well, but for the most part, you're looking for a righty if possible. Let me see what he got. So he's giving up homers to everything. Okay, 89-10. Nothing to isolate. 86-10. Lefties get a sweeper. And that might be why they not hitting no homers. 92 exit velo. All ground balls. Juan Soto. He see lefties well. You can see that. But he pitching a high sweeper. 89-10 over 10. 91-20 over 5. See 55. 10% hard hit last 10, last 5. 80-20. So he hit the fly balls with a 20% barrel. So let's see if Juan Soto can be the first lefty to do it. So we're gonna go Juan Soto again. Like, you want to target the righties, but I don't fear nothing. Like, if it makes sense, it makes sense. Let's see, last 10. Just the hard hits ain't there, and that's because that sweeper is hard to actually hit. 96-10. Mark Viento's been going crazy. This look like he gonna be getting a double today against these pitches. High line drive. Let me see last 5. Line drive is 60, 40, 20, 20. So yeah, I see this for like a double or total basis. Brett Beatty, you are a lefty. See, another one who hitting lefties with power, but that's including the 4-seam and the sinker. He's throwing this sweeper so much you have to see what they're doing against that, which is absolutely nothing. That matters. If they're going to see it 51% of the time and they're going to just sprinkle in the 4-seam and sinker, you got to see what he's going to do against the pitch he's going to see the most. It only makes sense. Versus sitting there waiting and hoping that he pitch one of the other pitches for you to get a homer. Last 5. 90-10. Another one for doubles, 60% line drive, 60 hard hit. He hitting the ball with power. He got a super high line drive. So that's right there tells me that you going right over second base. So those type of players, I more so prefer to take you for your double. 91-20 over 5, 20-20, 40, 60 over 10, 30-10, 40, 50. Another one who got some type of power, but it don't seem like he got enough fly ball to get it out the park. Alrighty, okay. 50-50. Who is this? Hayden Singer. He got a 50% fly, 50 hard hit. Even though he only got 4 at bats, he still got a 25% barrel with a 90 exit velo with a 50% fly ball. So I don't know who this is, but I'm sure if he do get a line or play, it's gonna be a long shot, so we can use him as well. So really, all I've really seen was what was the issue? Let me see. What was it with Mark Vientos? Oh, the line drive. So yeah, Juan Soto and whoever Singer is, if he end up playing, I would keep an eye out on him. Man, and it's so crazy because like, oh no, this ain't where I thought it. I thought it was in Philly. I'm like, for it to be in Philly that favors lefties, and then it's 2 lefties pitching. Anybody who know, I'm not a fan of 2 left-hand pitchers. I can't stand it. Okay, this is what I didn't do in the last game, or I don't know if I've been doing it. Batter versus pitcher. Turner got a homer against Sean Manaea. Schwarber got 1. Casty got 3. Stock got one, Harper got one, Baum got one, Kepler got one, and Sosa got one. So they definitely have seen him a lot, and they all damn near got a homer against him. He's throwing a four seam 62% of the time to righties. That is beautiful. But the only thing is, Trey ain't really got the power I want. Sword, this is one of the ones I was talking about. An elite person who hits lefties well. Always have. Like you can see for the season, 17 homers with a damn near a 600 slug and a 328 ISO. That screams power. He don't just hit them, he hits them with power. 96-20 against the sweeper and the four seam. Do I want to isolate this? Where is this? He ain't gave up no homers to left. Oh, well, right. 40, 20, 50. I mean, it still look decent. I'm going to see what it looked like with the four seam alone, too. 99, 30, 50, 20, 60. Yep, add Swarb on there. And this is some of the best odds you're going to get Swarb at plus 330. Put Swarb on there. I like this Swarb power and fly ball with the sweeper added. 96-20, and if you just want to look at that 59% four seam, it goes up to 99-30 with a higher fly ball, higher home run to fly ball ratio, and a higher hard hit percentage. Last five, it probably go up higher. Look, 60-40-60, 99-40. So Swarb doing what Swarb do. Swarb hits lefties very well, and it shows. 99, 89, 10, 40. See, the hard hit is what's throwing me off. 40-40, 96-20. But if you look at his last five at-bats, it get better. It do. And he got 3 homers against him. So you can add Casty. So let's go. Sword, Casty at 525. Let me go to the last 10. 96 exit velo. Oh, all ground balls and line drives. Nope. Bryce Harper, another one. He 94-40. 30% fly, 50 line drive. These too close. This got to be 30% higher for me to not like to take it into account. 20-50 last 10, last 5. More line drives last 5. Now let's look at what this four seam alone. 96-40. 60% line drive, last 5, 60. So yeah, so Bryce Harper with both the sweeper and without the sweeper. He looking like he gonna be it's a double spot for him today. High line drive, 90-20, 93-20 over 10 at bats, 40-50, 40-20, 40-40. So yep, look, another one. 50% line, 40% ground ball, 10% fly ball. Power there. The fly ball not. So you can either take the total basis or the double. Oh, he got crazy power against the four seam. 50% fly, 60 hard hit, last 5, 40, 80, with 100 exit velo. Add Harrison Bader. So we got Sword, Casty, Bader. Let's see if it's anything else. 90-10, 92-11, 55-67, 60-40. Add Brandon Marsh, who doesn't have a line right now. So they got a lot of lefties who hit lefties well. That's a good sign. At Mundo Sosa. All right, so you got Swarb at 330. That's probably your best bet. You can see without even clicking or taking no pitches off. He got crazy power, crazy barrel, crazy fly ball, right? And you get him at 330. If you know, you know. If you bet Swarb enough, you know that that's actually great value. He was just like 130 2 days ago, right? So you got him, you got Casty, you got Bader and Brandon Marsh. 2 lefties, 2 righties that can take advantage. If you're afraid of the lefty, since no lefty has had a homer against them, you got the options of the right hand, those 2 righties. All right, Royals, White Sox, 8.5 line, so this should be another high-scoring game. 70 degrees, which ain't the best. It's a little chilly out there, so you won't get the carry from the weather. And you look like you got winds coming in. Let me look over here. So I'm not sure. So it's not the best home run conditions from the weather-wise. But remember that White Sox Park is good for lefties. You got Michael Lorenzen, 17 homers, 7 to lefties, 10 to righties. He giving up about a homer a game to lefties, damn near 2 homers a game to righties with a 10% barrel. Higher hard hit, higher fly ball, higher home run to fly ball ratio. So you can see that righties is his weakness. But you can get off on him with a lefty giving up a homer a game on average. Martin Perez, 1 homer, and that's to a righty. But you can see that he don't really got a lot of in his pitch. I think he just came back, so take that with a grain of salt. Batter versus pitcher. So Vargas got a homer against him, and that is the only one. You can start up top with Vargas. Any pitches that we need to isolate, that's all around the same. Okay, so he got a 94 exit velo, 40-40. Last 5, 40-40 with a 94. Okay, watch Vargas. Watch Vargas. He got fly ball, and he got a 94 exit velo. So there's that. This is the first time in a while Sosa ain't look decent. 87 exit velo, 30 fly ball, last 5, 0. This is the first time he ain't jump off the chart. And ain't nothing to isolate on righties. Let's see about lefties. Shit all the same too. So I ain't got to isolate no pitches. And again, I'm not really mad if I don't see none I like for real, because I see already that the weather and the wind is not in my favor. 95 exit velo, 50% line drive, last 10, 40-40. So Cuero, double spot if he play. Got the power, got a super high line drive, or go total bases. His ground ball was the same. %, barrel, 50 ground, nope, 80 ground ball. Damn, this the worst I done seen him look in a while. Last 10, 10% barrel, 2020, 40, 30, last 5, 2020, 60, 40 with a 92 exit velo. Mead is in a double spot. What's this? Oh, they don't even got it up here. He in a double spot for sure. 60% line drive, 40%. Both 5 and 10 is higher than this fly and ground ball. So he can get one in the gap for you. Like dead ass, it's the worst I've seen them, period. I don't think I've seen one for a homer. Oh, Vargas. He the only one I really like. He got a high power, and he got a good fly ball rate. He was the only one I seen. I seen a couple spots for doubles. But far as a homer, not much I like. And he a righty, which is Lorenzen's weakness. So that's a good sign. We moved to Kansas City. Bobby Witt got a homer. Perez got a homer. Both has a homer against this pitcher. And he's a lefty. All right, so let's start up top with Bobby Witt. 99-10. That's crazy. All right, 50-40. 60-20-20. So, yeah, it looked like it's going to be total bases for Bobby. Pasquantino, this is the first time he ain't look crazy. 20% barrel. 50-30-40. Yeah, total bases. 94-10. 103-20. Damn. Line drives. Oh, yeah, double. Garcia double. He got crazy pop right now. 94-10, last 5. 103-20. But that line drive stayed in that 60%. So that's telling you where he going with it. Right over second base into the gap. Right between in right center or left center. One of the two. So I like him for a double, which is plus 310. Don't got to isolate no pitches, so they're going to have to stand out on their own. 91 exit velo. Line drive ground ball. No, sir. Damn, this game looked bad. 20% barrel. 40-20-20. Yeah, this game cheeks. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I don't think I seen a single person for a homer, did I? Hold on. Did I go to Perez? 20% barrel, but then he had the ground. Yep, I don't think I seen a single person I like for a homer. I seen some total bases and doubles, though. So I already know how to approach this game. This game going to be, if you do decide to play something, your best bet is probably go to the hit run RBI route. Diamondbacks Brewers, roof closed, so none of this matters. We got Brandon Pfaadt, 21 homers, 12 to lefties, 9 to righties. He's in that 20 caliber, a homer a game to both hands, 10% barrel to both hands. So this is a pitcher that you target. Going up against Jacob, who's given up 4 homers, and all 4 is to lefties. He haven't given up a homer yet to righties. And to lefties, he's given up about 2 on average a game. So keep that in mind. All right, so verse Fat, no one has a homer. Let's go to Yelich. Okay, he got a crazy high exit velocity. Nothing major. 50% line drive, last 560, double. I think y'all starting to get a feel for how to approach this. Crazy power like this, where you like, ooh, he got power for a homer. But then you come to StatCast and you see a way high line drive, power and line drive, double. Power and fly ball, homer. Simple. 93 exit velo. None to isolate. He got the power. 40-40 last 5. 40-20-20. See, like these is total bases and doubles. And or doubles. Terrain, 92-10. Ground balls. Oh, brother. One of these people gonna sneak one in too, watch. Mark my word. Man, everybody got ground ball or line drive. Like, it's nothing. These is last 2 games. The pitchers is pitching like 4 pitches evenly. 92 exit velo. That's so it's nothing to isolate. 70% ground ball. You can see here 28, 23, 15, 12. So it's all like in the same park. Remember, if it's not over 50% or 20% more than the next pitch, it's no point in isolating it because they'll see a fair share of all of them. Where's this Collins? 96-10, last 5, 98-20. Sheesh. 40 fly, 10-70. That's what I like to see. 40-80. There we go. Danny Jansen. He don't have a line, but be careful. Write him down. Remember him. So if he do play, this is like the best option we done seen. Crazy power, crazy fly ball percent. 93 exit velo. No, sir. Jake Bauer. Perkins. So the only one I seen that looked at decent was Danny Jansen for a homer. There's spots in here. We seen power spots where they got good exit velocities and stuff like that with ground ball and line drive. So that right there tells you how to approach that. But other than that, Danny Jansen, the only one that had like real power that went with a fly ball, a decent fly ball rate. None of them have seen the rookie yet. Start with Perdomo. Any dominant pitches? Okay, we got a 4-seam pitcher. 92 exit velo, ground ball. Tough. He been ball. I just said this yesterday too. Like, he been balling. Go out there and go yard again. He been cooking. 95-10, 50-20-50, last 5, 60-20-40 with a 96-20. Lourdes can go back to back from yesterday. Yeah. They don't even got his line up here right now. I thought this was for a home. I'm about to say, damn, he had 3. I seen 1. But no, it ain't that. But he definitely in a good spot to go yard again. Corbin, 120 and a 94-10. Let's see, 40-60, 40-80. Corbin Carroll at +4. Why, I don't know why none of them got home run odds. I thought that was his home run odds. I'm about to say that's the highest we done seen him in a minute. So Corbin Carroll, so Lourdes, Corbin, Marte, let me see. I see power and barrel, 40-60, 60-60. Yes, sir. There we go. Gurriel, Lourdes, Carroll, Marte, 95-20 for Alec, 30-60, 40-20, 40-60. You can add him as a long. I know he's going to be a long shot. I don't know why this game don't have no lines, but he's going to be a long shot. %, barrel, 40-40. Drops. McCarthy. Oh, shit. Hold on. What I didn't do was, I think I'm tripping. Okay. I just want to make sure that these, I forgot he pitching. Yeah. Okay, so the people I did look at was cool. 97-20, 20, 30, 20, 70, 40, 20. Nah. I almost forgot to isolate this motherfucker. Damn. Damn, look at all this bright green. 50, 20, 70, last 5, 40, 20, 60. Yeah, add Blaze. Oh, man. I don't know why. Nobody have a line in this game. But yeah, add Blaze. He most likely going to be in a long shot spot. 98, 10. Another one, a lot of green. 40, 10, 60. 40, 60. Yep. James McCann. Two what? Oh, two RBIs is 800. I'm about to say, I know that wasn't no two total bases. I love fastball pitchers. I swear to God. Pitchers that just throw fastballs down the middle of the plate all game, love it. All right, so Gurriel, four seam, shit lit up crazy. Corbin Carroll, we go to the last 10. 94-10. They go to 92-10. Marte, 92-30. Go up to 93-30. Alec, 96-20. Isolate the four seam, 99-10. Pavin Smith, his shit lit up. I think this is my favorite, 96-10, and then when you isolate the four seam, it go crazy. Look at all this bright green. Blaze might be my favorite on the board. And when in McCann, 98-10. Yep, and McCann. So you got options on this team. Thank God, because the other side ain't have much of shit with Danny Jansen. So keep that in mind. You got some options. When you see that many players, like I told you, if you don't want to sit there and have to figure out which one, always go back to the route of take those players on that team, excuse me, for hit run RBIs and call it a day. If you think that they can get on base, they got the power and whatnot, take the total bases. I mean the hit run RBIs and call it a day. All right. Padres Mariners over 7.5, so they don't see like too many runs in this game. Roof closed, so none of this matters. We got Dylan Cease, who's giving up 19 homers, 10 to lefties, 9 to righties, up against Luis Castillo, who's giving up 19 homers, 11 to lefties, 8 to righties. So both pitchers have given up homers to both hands. Both pitchers are giving up about a homer a game on average to both hands. Batter versus pitcher. Rosarina has one. Suarez has two. Polanco has one. Against this specific batter. Let's see. So, damn, 40% barrel. That was about the, you give 50, 38, 48. Let me see. 40, 20, 50 last 5, 40, 40. Julio hitting the shit out the ball. Let me see if I just isolate the slider. And then he hitting the slider even better. So we're going to say Julio. You know what? I got to do this because something ain't right. And I know just what you want. Come on. All right. All right. Hold on. What just happened? How did I know I ain't skip a game? How did it get to past all these and down here? Wow. Okay, I'll go back. But okay, there you go. 525 for Julio. What the hell? 60, 30, 30, 60, 40, 60. 40, 60. Last 5, 94. I don't know about a Rosarina. Go back to last 10. Batting lefty. You're going to see sliders and four seams, 99-10, 40-10, 70. Go ahead, add Kyle at 240. Good odds to put on the two-man, a little chalk lay. Those are great odds. Crawford. Where we at? Crawford. Suarez. Damn. His shit look crazy. 99-30. And he got multiple homers against him. 50-20-60. 60-20-60. Suarez, good money. Plus 425. Love Suarez today. Over even Julio. But I like that Julio too. 99-20. 103-20 over his last 5. Hold on. Last 10. 99-20. 40-10, 70. 40-20, 100. Add Josh Naylor on there. Jorge. I'm gonna stop calling him Georgie, man. I think he heard me and he tired of my shit and went yard yesterday. 96-10, 60-10, 70. Damn. 60-20, 60. So add Polanco, who also has a homer against him. So we got Julio Suarez, Naylor, Kyle, Naylor Polanco. Code. Hands on. 94-10. Take off this knuckle curve. Let's see. No, sir. Either total bases or double. Rayleigh. So yeah, you got Julio. Make sure I wasn't tripping. 40-20. Yep. Julio, Kyle, Suarez, probably my favorite. 99-30 without eliminating no pitches. Josh Naylor and Polanco. You got a couple lefties, a couple righties, which he's giving up homers to both sides. So you got options over there. Diaz is the only person who has a homer against Castillo. Yes, four-seam heavy. To lefties, at least. Oh, to both. Okay. 97-10 for Manny. 30-60, last 5, 60-20. So 30%, 60 over 10, though. We're going to add Machado on there. 97-10. We're going to add Machado. 92-0. 40-20-20. Nope. Xander. Not enough power. See how you got the high fly ball, but the low hard hit percentage, which you can see from here. You know they're going to have a low hard hit if they can't average 90 at minimum. If they're not averaging 90, you know their hard hit percentage is going to be low. 90-20, 60-20-30, last 5, 60-20-40, with an 89-20. And Ryan O'Hearn, I said his name yesterday, and I feel like he can go again. I think Merrill hurt, but I'm not sure. I want to say he is 92-10, 30-10, 60, last 5, 20-20, 60. I like him for total bases if he play. Laureano, damn. Shout out Laureano, came through and cashed out for everybody. I was dead asleep. 40-20, 80. This is what all the pitches. A 98-40 over 10 at-bats. Now, against the four-seam alone, 98-30 last 10, 98-40 last 5, higher fly ball, higher hard hit. Laureano going back-to-back at 575. That shit looked it crazy. With all the pitches and isolated. 90-20. 50-20-50. Oh, I like this. 40-20-40. I like Cronenworth, and he been sneaky, too. He went yard yesterday. Let's use Cronenworth as a long shot. Glacius. All y'all just to the four seam. Glacius. 20% barrel, but you ain't got enough power. Let's see. That power right there. But hold on. 30%, 50. Last 5, 60, 60. You know what? Use Freddie Furman. Plus 1100. This is our long shot for this game. I almost had a dub back. 40% barrel with fly ball. Run it. This who has a homer against him. 92-20. No, sir. Warren Wagner, B. Johnston. They even got lines. Nope. Machado. Ryan O'Hearn. Laureano is by far the best option. You got two kind of long shots. Cronenworth at 700 and Freddie Furman at plus 1100 from Kansas City. So you got a couple different options there. Let me go back because this shit just did the ooh-wop. All right. Pirates Cardinals. Total 8, 70 degrees. Again, it's not you want those 80, 90 degree games. Those the games that got the heat that's gonna carry the ball even further. And winds coming in 6 miles an hour. So that's tough. Lower temperatures, wind coming in. You got Mitch Keller, who's giving up 14 homers, 7 to lefties, 7 to righties, about a homer a hand. Against Andre Palante, 18 homers, 10 to lefties, 8 to righties, same, about a homer a hand. So you got some options. Let's see. Wilson Contreras, let's start here. Let's see what we got here. Even kill. Okay, let's do Alec Burleson. Oh, hold on. Let's see if anybody got a homer against him. Burleson do. Hold on. Contreras, Burleson, Newbar, and Gorman got 2. Okay, noted. Contreras, 98-10. Nothing to isolate. 30%, 10, 80, 40, 40, 80. So we're going to go Wilson Contreras. Burleson, 93-20 over, let me see, to lefties, anything. Oh, yeah, forcing. 93-10, 30-30, 60, 20-20, 60, 80. Burleson at plus 600. Let me see. Last 10, 93-10, 30-60. We could put him on there. 93-10 for Lars. Look, double. Had him for a double yesterday, and he sold me, so he definitely going to get it today. He got power with a high line drive. That's right there tell you what's going on. $96.10 for Herrera. 50-30-20, 60, 60-40, 60. Add Herrera at plus 800. Use him as a long shot. Damn. Oh, a lot of ground balls, though. Never mind. The power in the barrel was there. Them ground balls ain't it. 90-20 from Norman. 50-10-30, last 5, 80-20-40. And he's the one on the team with 2 against him. So add Norman, Nolan Gorman, I'm sorry, at 600. I ain't even about to say his name. Y'all pissed me off telling me them 2 G's a J. I feel like I'm getting trolled. So the righties don't get no event, nothing like super. 97, 60, 30, 10, 60, 60. Okay, a lot more ground balls than anything. 95 exit velo, 60, 60. Okay, Nathan Church at plus 1100. Another long shot, a long shot. This is the second person we done seen in like 2 games that got 4-digit odds. Love it. He got a 60% fly ball, 60 hard hit with a 95 exit velo. That is the recipe, period, for a home run. So you got us another long shot. So we had what? Contreras, Burleson, Herrera's a long shot, Gorman, and Furman. That wasn't it Furman? No, not Furman. I'm sorry, Church. Furman is the other game, and Church that you got as options. Moving along. All right, let's see. Reynolds got 2 against him, and Sawinski got 1. So let's start up top. Brian Reynolds, 40-60. Oh, let's see. We need to isolate. Oh, 4-seam, 61% of the time. 40-10-50. Last 5, 93-40 with a 40-20-60. So Brian Reynolds, I know that ain't his home run. 950? Wow. Brian Reynolds has a long shot. That's a long. I was about to say Brian Reynolds, but he a long shot. Damn. Oh, shit. Nothing to isolate on the righties, so just the lefties. 95-20. Last 10, 94-10. 50-20-30, 50. 40-60. It could be better. You are a righty. 98-10. That boy, Tommy Pham, be killing shit. 98-20. 40-20-60. Last 5. 20-10. 70 with a 60% ground ball. So yeah, he gonna stay in my little total base pocket. That's where I keep him. 4-seam. Just hit a piss missile his last time, but overall, it's not consistent power. Who is this? So Gonzalez, Bart, all the righties. I don't gotta isolate none for righties. 91-30. 30%, 60, last 5, 40, 80. Henry Davis at plus 1100. What is going on? Another good ass spot. Like, look at this. At plus 1100? Wow. So you got Henry Davis and Reynolds so far. Let me make sure I ain't tripping you up. Righties even. Okay. Look, we got us a double spot. 60% line drive. Last 5. 40 last 10 with what was his last 5 exit velo? 98. So yeah, this Canario, I like him. He in a double spot. Sawinski, 98-20. Isolate that 4-seam, 94-10. Look at all this bright green. 70, 10, 50, last 5, 60, 20, 80. Add Sawinski at plus 900. That is insane. All three of these good options are all 900 or higher. I love seeing shit like that. 90, 20, 40, 50, last 5, 60. That shit dropped like a motherfucker. All right, so Brian Reynolds, Henry Davis, which is probably my favorite, which the highest odds, and Sawinski is, and Sawinski. So you got three players, and all are 900 or higher. All three of them are long shots. One of them can get this fastball, it's over with. So yeah, you got you got Reynolds, Sawinski, Henry Davis, 950, 900, and plus 1100, which is insane to me. Angels Rangers, 8.5 total, roof closed, so no weather conditions matter. You got Kikuchi, who's giving up 19 homers, 1 to lefties, 18 to righties, up against Patrick Corbin, who's giving up 18 homers, 5 to lefties, 13 to righties. Again, pay attention to where they're giving up their highest home run per nines, which hands they're giving up the highest barrels to. Those are kind of like the two main things to see where they give up the power at. Same for Patrick Corbin. That's on like look at them home runs per nine, one per hand. Where's the higher power or well hit baseballs at? You know, things of that nature. More fly balls. Take that into account when you attacking pitchers and you got a lot of names and you trying to figure out which ones to pull the trigger on. All right, so let's come over here. Batter versus pitcher. So we got Marcus got 2, Garcia got 2, Seager got 1, Higgy got 1. So they got a decent amount of players who actually have a homer already versus Kikuchi in their careers. Let's see if you got anything dominant. Where your homers coming from? Everything. Damn. Okay. All right. And really it's these main two. So righties don't really got 97-20. I mean 97-20, 40% fly, 60 hard hit over 10. For the first time in a long time, I'm about to say Adalis Garcia is in a good space. A good spot at plus 470. I feel like I ain't said his name in a minute. Okay, lefties. Same, but you can see. Okay. So we got Garcia. $50, 10, 30, last 5, 60, 40. You can add Langford, Corey Seager. You don't got to do nothing here, but you can if you want. Let me see, last 5, last 10, 91, 10, 50, 40. You can add Seager, and you get some good value at all of them. 470, 520, 430. And mind you, all of them, I think, I can't remember if Langford, but most of them got homers against them already. 90 exit velo. 30, 40. Let me see if I eliminate the bottom two. 40, 50, last 5. It ain't much going on. Jonah Hine. Change of curve. 90, 10, Jonah Hine. 30, 50, last 5. 40, 80. 93, 20. Okay, we got us a long shot in Jonah. Burger. Nothing there. Burger. Higgy. 90, 10. 40, 10, 60. Last 5. 40, 40. Don't look as good as the rest. So I ain't going to force it. Rowdy. Jock. 50% barrel. He only got 2 at bats, so I'm not going to even. If you want to take it, you can, because that shit definitely was just blinking. But 2 at bats, I want a little bigger sample size like this. This look crazy, but it's 1 at bat. So I can't gauge if that's just some luck shit. You know what I'm saying? 40% barrel, 40, 40. Change up curve. 40, 20. All right, so yeah, look like chalk. Garcia, Langford, Seager. Oh, and you got a long shot in Jonah Heim. So keep that in mind. Taylor Ward. Let's see. Batter versus pitcher. So you got Taylor Ward got a homer. Neto got a homer. So they top of the lineup. A couple of them got a homer against Patrick Corbin. So what he throwing? Sinker, cutter. Okay, that shit about even keel. 30, 40, last 5. 20, 20, 60. 90, 20. What's a lot of ground ball? What's about last 10? Yeah, I like him for probably total bases. A lefty, sinker slider, 93 exit velo, ground ball. Damn. 30, 20, 40, 70. I like this Adele. 295. I like Adele. Definitely like Adele. Rengifo. Logan, 94, 10. 40, 30. Last 5, 60. No hard hits in this. Damn, that's crazy. Got the fly ball. None of them over 90. Oh, you can see it right here, too. Nothing over 95. And guess what? Nothing will lead a park if you can't get it, at least with some decent power. You can hit a million fly balls. 95, 10. Line drives and ground balls. So you can see with Trout, you want to go total bases or a double. 40, 10, 30. Last 5, 40, 20. Mankata. Correct. You see 93, 90, 10. All ground balls are hell no. Nah. What was this? You see more. The only thing I really liked for a homer was Adele, to be honest. Everything else I liked it for like total bases or a double. And that's his weaker side too. Higher, that's where he give up all the fly balls, the hard hits, the higher barrel. He giving up one a game, so let that one a game be Adele. Rockies Astros. So another one. Damn, it's a lot of roofs today, so none of this matter. This would have been good conditions though. 90 degrees with wind going out. Tanner Gordon giving up 6 homers, 4 to lefties, 2 to righties. Up against Hunter Brown, who's giving up 12, 8 and 4. Be careful with Hunter Brown and righties. He's giving up less than a homer, and he don't give up a lot of fly balls. Same with Tanner. He giving up one, but he's giving up a lower barrel and not a lot of fly balls. So you can see where you want to attack. Higher home run 9, higher barrel, higher fly ball. You see where you want to attack him at. Let's look into this. Batter versus pitcher. They've never seen him before. Okay. Slider 4 seam, same to righties. 94, 10. 10, 30, 10. Oh, nah. All right. Yandy. 88, 10. Don't got to isolate. Now, he got power. 40, 20, 30, 60. We got to separate this. It's too close. Okay, last 5. The ground ball separate itself. So never mind. And you know what's funny? Look at how all they power diminishing, and we noticed that this where he don't give up the fly balls to. That's the crazy part. It like matches itself up. Now, what about lefties? You throwing that 4 seam. 92 exit velo, 40, 20, 30, 50. Some got to separate itself. 40, okay. And it was the fly balls that separated itself in the wrong direction. 95, 20, whoa. 50, 50, 60, 60. Yep, there we go. Ramon. He don't got a line, but hey, watch him, Ramon Urias. However you say his last name. He the best we done seen so far. Heavy on the power, high barrel, and he hit 50% fly ball. 1 out of every 2 at bats, he going up top. You gonna bat left, and that's hella 4 seam. Is Jordan back today? I know he come back sometime soon. 90, 10. 40, 40, 60, 40. Should I dare? Jordan first game back, he take this nigga up top. Because he damn sure got the metrics, but that's going back to when he last played months ago. So if he go yard, that's gonna be crazy. Because he damn sure got the metrics. Whoa. 33, 50, 20, 20, 40. Who the hell is this? Watch him. Definitely gotta watch him. Hold on. All right. So who was it? I said Ramon. And hey, if Jordan play today, and look, he ain't played since May. I'm just saying, like, if you look at what he doing, especially against his 4 seams, 90, 10, 40, 40, 60, 40. Hey, Jordan might come out there first day back and go crazy. All right, we move to the Rockies. Let's see. Moniak got a homer against Hunter Brown and Garcia. So righties is the same. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to this. Put it on 10. All right. Hunter Goodman, 90-20, 40-50. Last 5, 60-60, 90-20. So we got Hunter Goodman. You could add him at 5-1 odds. He been balling. Brent Doyle been going crazy. 94-20, 40% fly. Good home run to fly ball ratio. Consistently hit the ball over 95 off the bat. Brenton Doyle at what? Plus 1,000? That cannot be right. But hey, Brent Doyle at plus 1,000 is crazy. That's insane. A lefty, what do you got going on? Heavy four seam. 92 exit velo. 30-60. 20-40. Yeah, I'll probably take you for TBs. Righties as is. You got a 90 exit velo. And a lot of ground balls to go with it. Tovar, 86, nothing. Farmer, got some power here. Ground balls. Fuck. Arcia, 93-10. 40-10, 40-60. Damn, that shit got bad. The ground total bases are double. Righty. You're a lefty, so you're gonna see four seam. Who is this? Okay. Yeah. What hand are you? Righty. 91-10. Oh, double. Look. Double. Got the power. Let's see for you're a lefty, you're gonna see the four seam. 93 exit velo, 40-30-30-40. Some gotta separate itself. 60-40-40. What's his line? Watch this Yanquiel Fernandez. His fly ball went up. That's the crazy part. I thought it was gonna go lower. Yep, so you got Hunter Goodman at 5-1 odds. I don't know if this is accurate, but Brenton Doyle at plus 1,000 is crazy. Looking at this with both pitches. That's a great look. And then watch this Yanquiel Fernandez. Got some power, and he actually got a good fly ball. 95 exit velo, 40 fly ball. So I will watch him. He might be another long shot. All right, we did that one. All right, Cubs Giants, 60 degrees, 12-mile-an-hour winds going out. You got the temperature low, so that's not going to help carry. You got 12-mile-an-hours going out, but I feel like we've explained this. I've explained this enough throughout the streams. 12-mile-an-hour winds going out in Oracle is not the same as no other park. You can probably cut that in half. The way that it's set up, it suppresses wind something crazy. So you're not going to get the same effect like you would jump like, oh my God, 12-mile-an-hour winds going out at another park. It is not the same at Oracle. So just be very careful of that, like attacking that because of that. Wind is not the same in Oracle. The way that the architecture of the ballpark is, it suppresses wind. You got Matthew Boyd, 13 homers, 12 to righties, 1 to lefties. Clearly you can see which side you want to attack. He giving up less than a homer to lefties, not a lot of fly balls. Now Justin Verlander a little different. 12 homers, 6 to lefties, 6 to righties, about 1 to each hand. The right side is where he giving up more good contact. And he bright green on the fly ball, so he's a fly ball pitcher consistently. Batter versus pitcher. Matos and Kisner both have a homer against, who is this pitcher? Matthew Boyd. Heavy four seams to, what about righties? Okay. And this shit look terrible. So what about lefties? All right. Damn, 96-30, 60-80. Last 5, 60-20, 100. Devers, this shit look crazy. Crazy high fly ball. Good home run to fly ball ratio. Fly ball to home run ratio. However you want to, whatever, which way. And last 5, everything is 95 off the bat, which you can see. Last 10, 8 out of the 10 was. So he got what you need at 560. Devers in a good spot. Four-seam fastball. This look crazy. 97-30. Look at that shit lit up like a Christmas tree. 60 fly, 20 home run, 50 hard hit. Willie Adames at plus 450. Add him. The righty's getting a four-seam down there 50% of the time. 92-10, 40-40. Last 5, 80-20. The fly ball went up. You got a 91-20. I hate how inconsistent it dropped down to 1 out of 5 is over 95. That is enough to throw me off. 94 exit velo. Double. 60% line drive. This is a double play right here. um, 50, 10, 40 last 5. 10, 60, 20, 40 last 5. Casey. Oh, shit. I forgot to isolate the 4 seam. 92, 20, 80, 20, 40. 40. Yeah, we can add Casey at 650. So you got what we got? Devers, Adames. Chapman is a double. And Schmidt. What are you? Lefty. So just eliminate the sinker. Righty. Isolate the 4 seam. Matos. 88. Kisner. Oh. All right, so Devers, Adames, Smith. Those are the best 3 options. What side is he more vulnerable to? The righties. So you might want to look more into like Adames and Schmidt before Devers. Not saying he can't, but seeing that's the weaker side, 1 homer, less than half a homer per game, half the barrel from righties. You get what I'm saying? So not a lot of fly balls. So do yourself, like, when you see shit like that, just aim towards the side where it's weaker at. We move to the Cubs. Nobody has a homer against Verlander in their career. So we got start here. We're going heavy 4 seams to lefties. 92 exit velo. 40, 50, 60, 40. You can add Pete Crow in there. Suzuki, what about righties? Oh, even more. So you 4 seam both ways. 97, 10, 30, 70 last 5, 40, 60, 98, 20. Suzuki's in a great spot. Damn, Swanson shit look crazy. I ain't even adjusted nothing. 87-30, look at his last 5. 98-40. That's crazy. 4 seam alone, 99-30 over 10. 140. Damn, Swanson. 68, yeah. Swanson, the best one out of both sides I done seen. And he a long shot at plus 850. Without even isolating the pitches, his shit looked off the chain. 30% barrel over 10. 98-40 over 5. That's crazy. Nico, all y'all getting the 4 seam. You got the power. A lot of ground balls and more line drives than anything. 89. Who is this? Tucker. Ian Happ. 93-20. That looked decent out the gate. What about to the 4 seam? Damn. 96-20. 99-40. Damn, his shit looked like Swanson. 40-50. 40-60. Oh, yeah. Ian Happ and Swanson shit look like gold. Ian Happ is 600. 98-10. 40-10, 60. Over the last 5, his line drive went up, but over a bigger sample size, you got a good fly ball, a 10% home run to fly ball, consistent hard hits. You can add Bush on there. So what we got? Crow, Suzuki, Swanson, Happ, Bush. Y'all already know where I'm going with this, right? We had 5 players on the same team so far. Just looked like a hit run RBI, same game parlay. 94-20 on the fastball. 40-60 last 5, 60-60. And this barrel went up to 40%. Damn, you can add Willie Castro. He don't got a line right now. Look, this look crazy. And I ain't even isolated nothing. 93-20 over 10. 94-40 over 5. 80-40. 70-30. So you can add him as well. But what this remind me of, if you remember and you've been in enough streams, Cubs go crazy against right-handed pitchers who are 4 seam heavy. We done seen it time and time again. So now that I think about that, I'm not surprised by how many of them I see look like they're in a good spot. We've seen this too many times versus Peralta and a few others. When they deal with a righty who throw the 4 seam a lot, that's when they really get their rocks off. Now, will that happen now in Oracle being one of the worst, a pitcher-friendly park? It's not good for homers. The weather is not the best for carry. Wind going out, but again, that 12 mile an hour is not your average 12 mile an hour. I want you to understand that right now. So will they get their rocks off in that aspect? I don't know. But it is definitely hits, total bases, and doubles to be had because they love righties who throw 4 seams more often than not. So now that I think about that, I'm not surprised. So you got Pete Crow, Suzuki. Swanson is probably one of my favorites. Ian Happ. He's one of my favorites on the left-hand side. Like, I got a favorite righty and a favorite lefty. Bush, Castro, Shaw. You got a lot of people that can actually do some damage to Verlander today. Tigers Athletics. You got Charlie Morton giving up 19 homers, 9 to lefties, 10 to righties, up against Osvaldo Bido. That name crazy. 15 homers, 8 to lefties, 7 to righties. You can, again, pay attention to where you want to attack. Where are they giving up the higher home run per 9? Where's the higher barrel? You can see with Bido, it's lefties. He 2.5 homers per game on average to lefties with a 14% barrel. Everything is bright green on that left-hand side, so you know where you want to attack from seeing. Just attack pitcher's weakness. Find batters with strength and attack the weakness of the pitcher. Simple. All right. Righties might be good. 91-10. 40-20-40. Nah. Butler, let's see. Lefties is getting, four seams and curves. 91-20. 30-20-40-60. Some got to separate itself. 20-20, the line drive did. Okay. Soderstrom, 97-20. 96, 60-10-30. You know what? I probably should leave it because he definitely gave up 2 homers to it. 97-20, 40-30-40, last 10, 20-20-60. So I'll probably take this. He got the power, but again, look at these last 5. All over 100. The problem is the angles. This boy been going crazy. 95-30 over 10 at-bats, 50-20-70. Bangaliers might go again at plus 280, man. He might go again. He going absolute ape shit. 87-20, last 5, 40, 40-60, 30-50. Jacob Wilson at plus 1,000 is in a good long shot spot. Got some power, got some barrel, got some fly ball. Simple. Super simple. 93 exit velo, a lot of ground balls. I seen Nick Kurtz 1 yard yesterday. That's dope. (92-10), 30-20-40. Separate yourself. 40-40-40. He don't got a line. Watch this Willie. 95-10. No fly balls. No can do, sir. They got him back. I forgot they had him. Where's that Kobe dude at? Did I pass him? Kobe Thomas, he ain't had nothing going on. Shout out to him. He came through for us last night. All right, so yeah, Bangalier, and you got the only 2 I really like, and you got a long shot with Jacob Wilson. Those are my favorite 2 that you going against. And what is he? I know Soderstrom is his weaker side, seeing this. And he's a righty as well. Got you. Lefties is what you want to attack here, if you can find any. And I'm sure you can. Riley Green is the only one that got a homer against him. Riley Green, 99-20. He heavy on the 4 seam, which goes to 99-40. Sheesh. 70 fly, 20 home run to fly ball rate, 60 hard hit. Riley Green is about to get his second homer against Buddy for sure. It's more even kill to them. 30-10-20. I hate the inconsistent hard hits. Fly ball there, but if you only hitting 80 miles and 70s, that ain't going to do Nathan for me. Glade, 94-20 over 10 at-bats. 30-10-60. This all 30. Separate yourself. 40-20-60. Put Glaber on there at 550. So we got Riley. We got Torres. McKinstry. You're going to get this 4 seam. 93-20 over 5. Go to 10. 92-10. Oh, a lot of ground ball. 96 exit velo. 40-50-60. 64-80. Colt Keith a day late. I liked him a lot. Yesterday he didn't do nothing. Book it. He going today. So we got Torres. We got Green, Torres, Colt Keith. 96-10. Look at all that bright green. 50-30-70. Last 5, 40-20-80. Add Carey on there. Carey hitting the shit out these righties who throwing 4 seams. So we got Riley, Torres, Colt Keith, Carpenter. And the good thing is 3 of those 4 is lefties. Damn. 40-40. 40-40. Watch Trey Sweeney, too. Damn, it's a lot of lefties. And good thing that he lefty prone. Like his weaker side, 94-10. Oh, you got more ground balls, buddy. Eminem. Oh, so keep that like it. The righties. 92-20 over 10. 40-60 last 5. 40-80. Damn. Jahmai Jones, this nigga shit crazy. If he play, he might be a long shot. So you got Riley, Glaber Torres, Colt Keith, Carpenter, Sweeney, and watch this Jay Jones if he end up playing. Not him, I'm sorry. But again, you probably want to focus on those lefties. And last but not least, we got Reds Dodgers. We got 75 degrees and winds going out in a home run friendly park. Nick Martinez giving up 20 homers, 10 to lefties, 10 to righties. Kind of even kill up against Clayton Kershaw, 7 homers, 1 to lefties, 6 to righties. You might want to stay away from those lefties. Half a home run per game, 2% barrel, which is terrible, and he don't give up a lot of fly balls. So if anything, you might want to look at those righties. Mookie got a homer against him. Freeman got a homer against him. Muncy got a homer against him. So keep that in mind. You got a couple players that got homers against him. Let me see. Let me see. Mookie, 98-40 with all the pitches. He been going crazy. 60-30-60. Sheesh, that's all I needed to see. Last 5, 80-40. Oh, yeah. Andy Pajet's going yard again. So you can add him on there. 20% barrel. 20-20-30. No, sir. Hernandez, 20% barrel. That exit velo too low. Conforto, 89-10. 94 exit velo. None of these got right. I'm not. Okay. Hold on. 50-40. Last 60-40. Add Conforto at 520. I just so happened to click that on mistake and seen that high ass. What's the name? Muncy, 93-20 over 10. 93-20 over 5. 60-20-40. I guess he back. Add Max Muncy. So what we got? Andy, Conforto, Max Muncy. Otani, of course, and you get, I know them in his odds. 175. That is crazy. 30-70, you can add him. 92-10. A lot of ground balls. 89-20. 50-40. 94-20. 60-20-40. Add this Alex Freeman again. I liked him a lot yesterday. He a day late. So what we got? We got Pajes, Conforto, Muncy, Otani, and Freeland. Those are your best options going up against Nick Martinez today. And then moving along, we got the other side. Let me see. Anybody got a homer against Kershaw? No, sir. What are you throwing over here? Let's take off this 90. Take off that lower end curve. To righties, he's throwing the same thing. 93-10, 40-60, 40-60. I like Hayes again. He got some power at plus 750. He a day late from yesterday. I actually got the notification last night that he had the near home run. I think it was like in 3 out of 30. So we on the right track. It ain't gonna be too many of those before he go over the fence. But because I know he got the power and he hit fly balls. That's all you need. 90-20. 20. Let me see. Some got to separate itself. And it really wasn't none of that. So I'm going to stay away from that. 20% barrel. 30-40. Okay, hold on. 40-60. It was just Matt McClain. That is a long shot. I like this Matt. A lot of ground balls. Austin. Hold on. Whoa. You're just inconsistent with the hard hits. Who the hell is Banfield? So I like Hayes, long shot, and I like. Yeah. Is it both Hayes? No. Oh, McLean. McLean. Brian Hayes and Matt McLean. So those are the players I like today. I'm gonna always stress to y'all, like if I was streaming live, please play your straights, round robin your parlays. Try to keep it at 3 legs or less. Once you get to going over, if you want more legs, just make separate parlays. That's simple. We back live at 9 a.m. on Twitch. Again, if you don't have Prop Finder, everything I'm affiliated with is in the description, man. I love y'all. See y'all. Can't wait to see y'all in the morning. Let's cook up, tag me in some plays, and let's go from there. In a minute, y'all.